Hey, what's up, everybody? So, welcome to another episode of Questions with Connie. So, today I wanted to jump into some more Universal news because that is, of course, one thing that I get really excited about talking about, and I am excited to share some new information with you guys. So, if you watched my last video that had to do with the Disney versus Universal, then you will know how incredibly excited me and my husband get about the whole Halloween season because of Universal. Universal is kind of what a horror fan's dreams are made of. And if you like horror movies or you love Halloween, or really you just like to have a fun environment to go to for Halloween, definitely one of the best things I have ever discovered with my husband, and definitely something that we will continue to do, I'm sure, until we can't anymore, until we're too old to be able to do it, which I don't know that we would ever get that way. Pretty much take a lot to get us to not go, but I just wanted to kind of mention that because we love Halloween. We love everything to do with it. I mean, obviously, if you have seen any of my videos, you know just how big a part Halloween plays in my life in general. My entire house is dedicated pretty much to Halloween decor, and it's because it is just such a treasured time for me of the year because of just how fun and whimsical it is, and because I think as a kid I didn't really get to celebrate it very much. So it's basically just me helping my inner child, I guess, if you want to put it that way. But I wanted to go over some of the new things that they have released recently. So on March 28th, Universal came out with a new release of concept art. Super cool, and it's all related to the How to Train Your Dragon world, part of Epic Universe, which is going to be their new park. If you don't know about that park and the fact that that's coming soon, super excited for you because that is really cool information. And looking at that video just definitely is what dreams are made of. It makes you feel super excited, makes you feel like a kid, really just pumped to go see this new place that's gonna bring those concepts to reality. But the new artwork that they came out with about the How to Train Your Dragon area, super neat. You do not have to be a kid to totally enjoy what is coming. I'm excited. I am a fan of the movies. I wouldn't say that I am a hardcore fan, but I'm a fan of them for sure. And I'm really excited and pumped about this area and this place just because, again, the people, the creative minds behind what is going on at Universal, I'm just in awe of them, and I think that what they are doing is just beyond what I could have imagined or expected, and I think it's going to be so amazing to watch their ideas come to life because that is just really neat. I've seen all of the stuff that happened when Universal was being created originally in Orlando, and then how people kind of experienced it for the first time, and then just how far it's come from its inception. And it's so exciting to be a part of this giant leap forward that they're going through because I enjoy Universal so much and I'm so excited for anything they do. Okay, so talking about the new lands for the How to Train Your Dragon. There are some rides that look really fun and enjoyable, not just for kids, but for adults too, like Hiccup's wing gliders. Those look crazy. They are these high up contraptions that you're not only going to be able to, have that fun experience, but you also can control apparently how crazy your individual ride gets because you have control over the movement of your own particular seat, which is super neat. I don't know how crazy I would get with my own just because I don't like to necessarily spin or things like that. So if there's a spinning element, that kind of puts me a little bit, I don't know about that, but I'm still all for it. I'm excited for it. I really don't care. I will take my Dramamine and I will totally enjoy the entire experience regardless. So I'm excited for that. There's the Dragon Racers Rally, which is this it's like a roller coaster thing that they've got going on, which I will put all the photos in here in the video so you can see kind of side by side while I'm talking what I'm talking about. But that just looks really, really fun. And I'm excited to get to ride all of them. I mean, I definitely want to ride every single thing that's available if I can, if it's not just for children. But excited for that. There's also something called Fire Drill, which totally seems geared toward children, but I do not care. It looks awesome. So basically, you get on a water ride of all water rides, because you get to actually aim these like water guns basically at the dragons, and they have a water shoot off while you're on this ride. And that is so cool. I don't know anybody whose inner child isn't just like super excited about that when they hear it, but mine certainly is. I think that sounds amazing. I'm excited to ride it. And everything else that they're going to be offering. There's something called the Untrainable Dragon Show, which, I'm not really a show person per se. I know that Universal does have a lot of them here and there. My only grievance with that is that I wish that they would put them in an area that's more off the beaten path, if that makes sense, so that if people do want to gather and watch the show, it doesn't cause a huge traffic buildup. I've definitely run into that when it comes to the Harry Potter land areas of Universal that are existing now, because there are some areas where they will try to put on these small shows, and while they're cool, do get kind of annoying, just because when you're trying to walk through, or you're trying to get to a ride, or you're trying to just leave, or whatever it is, you will run into large crowds trying to watch them. And that's exciting, and of course some people are there for the first time, so I'm not saying that there's a problem with people trying to watch the shows. It is just that when you're trying to walk to and from, it can get frustrating, especially when you've been to the parks before, or you're trying to get somewhere, or whatever it is, and you're trying to just basically in a hurry, and you just can't get through because there's so many people. And it's really mostly because of the poorly chosen location of the stage area, if that makes sense. So if you've been to Universal, then I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. And comment below if you've run into this yourself, or how you feel about it, because I know it definitely kind of works my nerve a little bit. But either way, I'm all excited for anything they're going to be offering, and the Untrainable Dragon Show thing looks pretty neat. So I will definitely be excited for that, especially if it has its own dedicated location, which I'm sure it probably does, because they're anticipating big crowds, considering it's a new park altogether. But also there is a Haddock Paddock, which is a Meet Hiccup and Toothless area, which is definitely super cute for kids. Totally excited about that for them. I am not really the meet characters type of person. Okay, so I did make one exception, and it was to meet Shrek. Now back to your regular scheduled programming. Like the plague a little bit, just because for me it's a little awkward, it's a little uncomfortable, and not only that, but especially when something is new, there's going to be a lot of people, and that makes it even more awkward for me, just because I am more of a avoid those kind of situations type person. So definitely excited for other people for that, but I will probably in all likelihood walk by, smile at whatever's going on, and just keep on walking, because I know that really honestly I would rather kids get to do that than even bother trying to look that direction. But anyhow, moving on. The other super exciting thing that I wanted to talk about, which is really my main reason for making this video right now, is to talk about Halloween Horror Nights. Now, my shirt is one of the ones that I've gotten from previous years. It says "See you in the fog," and it glows in the dark. And I pretty much am going to buy every shirt from here until infinity. And even when I can't wear them anymore or don't want to, I will definitely be making them into a blanket of some kind. But it's just kind of part of the fun when it comes to Halloween Horror Nights. So there's merchandise galore. There is everything you can think of. My friend behind me, I'm sure you can kind of see right here, this general area, is a popcorn bucket from Halloween Horror Nights, I believe last year. And he is a talking, blinking Chucky doll. And he is awesome. and I love it. And just all of the things that they do are just so fun. And I look forward to what they do with their merchandise every single year. And so this year definitely did not disappoint, at least for me. I know a lot of people, or the chatter online is that some people are not happy with the color chosen for the shirts. I love orange. It's Halloween. Come on. You know, you can't have Halloween without orange, right? So for me, that's not a problem. I have orange sneakers. Half my house decor is orange, like I mentioned before, which is definitely not a poo-pooed color in my household. So I am definitely happy with that. I am excited to buy the merchandise. I'm excited to see it in person. The cups look fun. It is kind of like a punky, skeletal. The whole theme also really reminds me of the Batman and Robin movie with Arnold Schwarzenegger as Mr. Freeze. And I really dug the vibe of the bad guys because they are all like a neon color and glow in the dark. And now back to your regular scheduled programming. And almost graffiti type design. I will definitely put all those pictures in here so that way you guys can see it while I'm talking. But I'm all for it. I think it's awesome. I love anything skull. I mean, hello? So I'm excited for that. And I'm sure that they will come out with other variations because they might get wind of the buzz of people not liking the orange. And I definitely think that they could do well with making a purple version of the shirt too, which I'm definitely a fan of purple too. So I would definitely be all for that as well. That's the thing about Halloween, is it's all about ostentatiousness, about fun, about extremes, about doing what you wouldn't normally do, being more loud with your, everything you're wearing, head to toe. Be someone completely different if you want to be. And I think that's what's part of the fun of Halloween in general and why I love it so much. I mean, I love horror movies and spooky vibes and ghost stories, and all of that was nostalgic for me. It all started with watching Tales from the Crypt when I was a kid, and from watching Are You Afraid of the Dark and Goosebumps, and all of that is, holds a very dear place in my heart. So if you are a person who feels that way, you love Halloween, then you can't not visit Halloween Horror Nights at some point in your life, because it is just, you will feel like you're home. At least that's how me and my husband feel for sure. Every year we go there. We're amongst our people, the people who enjoy Halloween as much as we do. And it's just a lot of fun. It's a great environment, great atmosphere. Everyone gets super excited. Most people actually dress up and do a lot of fun things with their outfits, their makeup, which obviously is definitely my cup of tea. I love to do fun makeup looks. I'm not afraid of black lipstick. It's just one of those fun things that you should experience at some point in your life if you do like Halloween and you are someone who enjoys the festivities around it. But the other thing I wanted to mention when talking about that and about Halloween Horror Nights is they have announced the dates, and they have also started selling tickets. So even if you don't want to go right now, or that's not really feasible for you, then you can still go on to their website and see kind of what you would be looking at if you want to budget for the future, for maybe planning a trip next year or something along that line, which next year is when Epic Universe is supposed to open. So all the more reason to plan a trip. But their times for this Halloween season is going to be between August 30th and November 3rd. So it's a little bit extended beyond what the normal was. And I believe they did the same thing last year. And it's because it's popular. And it's, again, a lot of fun. So why wouldn't they? I think that is a really smart decision on their end, because it is always incredibly packed when we've gone, as far as, people at the ticket lines and things like that. So it is a popular thing to do and to go to. A lot of people, you can go one night and just do the regular parks during the day and just do it one day out of your trip. That is definitely something you can do. There are definitely different options on enjoying it. The one thing to note is that during the time that Halloween Horror Nights is going on, they do close the parks early. on the days of the events to basically just kind of give that time period for people who aren't participating in it to leave the parks, and then for the people who are to come in. And there's also, if you're a annual pass holder, I believe, doing the Halloween Horror Nights as well, then you actually get to stay in the parks, and they'll have a designated area where you can stay and basically just be in early before everyone else in regular admission, or who just has a Halloween Horror Nights ticket and not a regular park admission or not a regular annual pass holder. So there's some perks to look into, and looking at the prices, it is definitely not cheap. I will tell you that in advance. I am flying in from a different state, so that's an added cost. Not to mention, you have to think about your hotel stay. You have to think about whether or not you're going to rent a car. All of those things kind of come hand in hand with it. Do I ever regret a single cent? Absolutely not. I enjoy it. It is definitely something that I look forward to, and I will never complain about how much it costs me, only because there are things in life that you treat yourself with that you financially prepare for because they're coming. And this is definitely something that me and my husband plan our year around because we enjoy it so much. So it's something that I would never, ever, ever regret spending on. I have a blast every single time I'm there. And I just think that Universal in general is just a really special place. I say that because I've gone to a lot of places, I've experienced a lot of things. I have worked in customer service for basically my entire adult life. And I will tell you that Universal really knows what they're doing when it comes to customer service and treating people well and making sure that they spare no expense as far as making the experience enjoyable for everyone that comes and who enjoys Halloween and enjoys horror. So for that, I definitely say they set the bar at a different standard than a lot of other theme parks. And I definitely applaud them for that. I get excited every year to go. It's just kind of one of those things that I am pumped about, and getting all these little tidbits of information throughout the year and being on all the pages and forums and with other people who get as excited as I do is also just kind of part of the fun. You build up all year. Basically, as soon as 4th of July is over, it's basically Halloween because there's no other major holidays between that and Halloween, right? So why not get excited early? But also, at the same time, everyone can get excited about whatever they want to. If you love Christmas and you want to celebrate it all year long, who's going to stop you? You are the boss of you. And if you are making your own money and you're the one spending it, who cares? I have my entire house Halloween and it's fine. I get so much joy when I come home to see my house and all the things that I love on display. And I don't care that it's not Halloween right now. It does not take any of the fun out of it for me. I personally can enjoy something that I like much here as often as I can. Why? Because life is short. And if we don't know how long we have, might as well revel in the things that bring us joy. So on that note, I'm going to wrap this video up, but I just wanted to make sure and come on here, spread that information with you guys, and see how you feel about the upcoming things that are happening with Universal. How do you feel about the merchandise? Do you like the colors? Do you hate them? Are you excited about Halloween Horror Nights? If you are, why? If you haven't been, would you like to go? If you are planning a trip, drop a comment. I want to hear about all of it. I'm excited for everyone who's going this year. I'm excited to go, and I definitely cannot wait to see everyone in the fog. So, bye guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't already, hit that like and subscribe button so that way you can get notified on the next episode of Questions with Connie. Thanks so much, guys. Bye.